let me get us in. Oh my gosh. Now that Animal Crossing is like green again, it is. And on the Switch too, I must say, like, hold on. Look at these leaves. The leaves on the trees. Yes, of course, Toast. That's more than okay. I appreciate you. Thank you. Also, y'all, if you don't follow Toast, hold on. Let me see if I can do this morning. My brain is not working yet, and this music is so loud. Follow our sweet friend, Toast. Toast streams a lot of cozy games as well. You were playing Star Sand Island last night as well. Were you not? How is that going? It looks super cute. I've lurked in there a couple of times, and it looks super cute. Okay, I think I'm done blasting my eardrums out. Your eardrums should be fine. It's very cozy. We love very cozy. And then we'll turn this off. I like that they wanted to blast us with music and then they abruptly stopped. There's Kiki. Your eardrums are happy. Good. Mine are not. It's because we were editing. We haven't posted a YouTube video on Eric and I's group tube in a couple of weeks. So we're working on trying to get out. We went and saw the ski juring a couple weeks ago, the horse skiing. So we're kind of pushing to get that one out. It's going to be a short video, like 10 to 15 minutes, but it's been fun to watch. We just got to find some good music for it because it's just a lot of the horses running down the racetrack. Oh, Bubbles is leaving, which is great. So we can, next week, go villager hunting for another kitty cat. We'll probably do that on Tuesday. Okay. Look at how cute she is. I can't get over this hair. Man. I need new clothes. I wish I was cute. Ooh, we ranked A. What is it? We have 2 presents? The skirt is so pink. I do not own anything that pink. I'm trying to think. Not a single thing. Jenny. Hey there. Oh, these boots are cute. I want them. Hold on. Let me get in here. Let me in. But yeah, today we're just gonna chill. It's gonna be really chill, and we'll work on flattening my island. She was a ballerina. No, I like the pink ones better. Although these are cute. Okay. Lace up boots. Trekking shoes. I have shoes like that. Had shoes like that. Good morning, sweet baby angel. How you doing, cheese? The boots are styling. Yeah, they are. Oh, everybody say hello to Cheddar's face. Good morning, Cheddar. I hope everybody enjoyed the view of Cheddar's eyeballs. Hi, cheese man. Oh, he's the cutest baby. Cheddar boy. Our sweet baby cheese. Oh, I love that little picture of him. Baby Cheddar makes my heart so happy. Adult Cheddar does too. But you know how some kittens look nothing like, you see them as a kitten and then you see them. Hold on, let me slide over to here. And then you see them as like an adult cat and you're like, wow, this cat looks nothing like its kitten self. Cheddar looks identical. His face has not changed one bit. He's exactly the same baby. boots. Cheddar say these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. So I have no plan for my island yet. Hello. I would like the plant. I have 54,000 bells. Mine. A hanging monitor. Oh yeah, but my sister comes on Friday and I have to like, we did a deep clean of the house on Sunday, but I think we'll do another like quick clean today. Yeah, we'll do another quick clean today before, because we'll stay in Denver tomorrow is the plan. I think she wants us to stay in Denver tomorrow night. We have an Airbnb down there so they can explore Denver a little bit, spend some time in Denver. I also like to do that because we're about twice the elevation up where I am. So it's nice for people who don't get out here very often to spend a day at the lower elevation just to help get themselves acclimated. Who are you? A tourist? Cheddar, what are you doing? Hey, are you okay? He's about to fall asleep. So we'll spend the day in Denver, or I guess the afternoon and evening in Denver on Friday. Maybe brewery hopping, maybe just checking things out. We'll see whatever they want to do. We're flexible. We go to Denver semi-frequently. All right, we're gonna do this properly this time. Bury and hole. There you go. We're gonna just do our little daily tasks here. And then the next day we're gonna go, I'm not sure. We're gonna go, maybe we'll do the flat irons. I think they would like the flat irons. And that's like Golden Boulder-ish area. They want to check those places out because I don't think her boyfriend's ever been to Colorado. So they want to check out a couple of things and then head up to our house for the night. And then the next day we're going to head further west to this little town that we love called Glenwood Springs Disco. It's where we went hot springsing. I was like trying to remember the words. Clearly, I have not had a sip of my coffee yet. But it's where the hot springs were that we went to. So we're going to take them there. And I think we'll take them to the natural hot springs unless they, for some reason, want to go to the resort. The resort's fine. It's cool. It's just pricey, in my opinion. Spaghetti carbonara. Ooh, I could eat some spaghetti carbonara. I love spaghetti carbonara. The natural one was a cooler experience. I agree. And we like the natural one. You also know Eric and I, we are heavy on the free. Where else do you get to see naked men for free? Old naked men. Yeah, that is the one thing about going to the natural spring is you get intriguing people there who lead intriguing lives, I should say. Okay. We'll do a quick run around to make sure we have all the fossils really quickly before we run to Blathers. And then, yes, we will be flattening our island. But that's our plan for Sunday, and then we might leave them with our Forerunner. We'll see. They wanted to camp, and I was like, I know it's nice weather right now, but it's not really camping weather. And kind of on top of that, I feel like the campgrounds aren't open yet. It's still March. Ooh. Wheeler's a kettle bathtub. But so we said if they really want to camp, like if their heart's set on camping, we will leave them with the Forerunner, which for those who don't know, we have our Forerunner built out so you can turn it into a bed. A squeezoid. So we'll leave them with that if they really want to spend the night there and don't want to like get a hotel room. I already have you. You can keep skittering around, little bug. Look at these flowers. Excuse me? There we go. But yes, that's our plan while they're there. So we have a lot planned. We're gonna do a lot of different things. All right, we're gonna flatten all of this today. We'll actually probably go up to the top. Wow, look at our roses. They're doing so well. I'm so proud of them for propagating and doing the flower thing. And this is our farm. Oh, I did flatten everything behind it, so it does look better. I think I will redo the farm and do it in sections eventually. There's a, what is it? Araquanid in the PCG. For those who play. We'll just leave it. There you go. All right. Let's go to Blathers. I do like the look of the swing bridges. I also want to start moving some stuff around. I'll take that. Oh, I should probably water these too, huh? There you go. There you go. You lurk and sleep. Okay, Goblin King. Have a nice lurk and sleep. I get it. Right, Cheddar? You get it. Cheddar doesn't get it. Grassy. Look at Cheddar's ears. His ears are so soft. I will brush him today for my... He looks good, too. Eric said once my sister leaves because she's a vet, he's like, we can up his food a little bit. You're in luck. I can't afford the crab rave right now. Wait, that's pretty funny. What's it says? If I don't have a single new fossil out of this, I'm gonna riot. Quite splendid. Ugh. I actually do think I have stuff to donate, though. Can I make a donation? I have a really pretty blue butterfly. Yep. The peacock butterfly. I have a bunch of peacock feathers in this thing behind me. They're peacocks. This is kind of a crazy story. So when we were in New Zealand, peacocks are, actually, yeah, tell me about the peacock butterfly. Peacocks are invasive in New Zealand. They're very pretty. Hairy wings. Ooh, that is cool. Anywho. But we were assisting at a farm. So essentially what we would do, it's called woofing. I don't remember what woofing stands for, to be perfectly honest with you. But basically we work for housing and food. And we work 4 hours a day. And then we get to stay in their house and they feed us. Well, let me place you. Okay, well, we're just gonna keep all of our fragments here, I suppose. Anyway, we were working out this farm, and their fields had peacocks just all over them. And they were like, hey, like, they're invasive. They're out competing our, like, native birds. Do you want to go hunt them with us? And I was like, I mean, I'll tag along. I will not be doing the hunting, but Eric is he's a hunter. So he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And so those peacock feathers we have are from the peacock that he hunted. And then we did eat it as well. Was it good? It was not. I mean, it's tough, right? Like, it's tough meat. It's I'm trying to think what it would be like if you've ever had wild turkey. It's kind of similar to that, just because they are so active and they're always running. And we put it in a stew, so we made like a peacock chowder with it. Also, good morning, Small. We made a peacock chowder with it, with like corn, and it was like a cream chowder, and that was really good. Look at all my cats. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we have so many cats. And then Bubbles is leaving next time, so we can get another cat. Yes, today is co-working disco. We'll probably play about 2 hours of Animal Crossing, and then we'll switch over to co-working. Cheddar, yeah, I was telling Disco, I think Cheddar is in his apology era now, because he's being a very good boy. I've got yet again 1,000,000 meetings. No! Don't you hate that? Because you can never get anything done on meeting days, I feel like. What times am I ending? I'll probably play Animal Crossing till like 8:30-ish, and then do 3 sections of co-working, so like 11:30 Mountain Time, 1:30 East Coast Time. I'm thinking. Wait, what? Huh? Let's go sell some things. Look at how green. Cheddar. Look at this good boy. But yeah, that's kind of my plan for the day. Cheddar! Hello, Void. Yeah, you can look at Cheddar's nice soft ears. Most of the meetings are working sessions or prod moves, so they're productive. That's good. I hate when you have a full day of meetings and it's just like, hey, you expect me to get this work done, right? Like, Cheddar ear, and he's gone. He laid down. He's still up there, don't worry. He's still watching you all. Always watching. Always watching. Most of your meetings are working sessions? Oh, that's nice. Mine aren't. Mine are people talking at me, telling me a bunch of things to do, but then they get mad when I start working on them during the meeting, and I'm like, guys, sold. We're mile poor. We only have 2,000 miles. Whee! Goodbye. Oh, you do a lot of peer review meetings too? You're just always in meetings. Essentially, the associates on the team bring you their, oh, okay, I gotcha. Their bugs and their errors, and then you're like, okay, I can fix this. That makes sense. We're doing all of our daily tasks. If anybody was curious where I was going, I gotta pop some money into another one of Harv's. Into another one of Harv's island things. Huh. Right, Cheddar? What would dodos do? Okay, here we go. Give a quack to get a wing back. I low-key love the spring weeds. Like, look at that. That's a beautiful weed. It's such a beautiful weed. Also, our garden bed is starting to grow grass, which is exciting, honestly. Hello. Oh, I'm so scared. Yep, we'll give it a try. Man, every time I take that wig off, I'm like, oh, my hair is so short. It's so short. Not the bowl cut. Ooh, I look like, Willy Wonka. If Willy Wonka was a redhead. But like with the glasses and the bubble gum, I just need a cane. Doesn't it give Willy Wonka vibes? Oh no. Looking like an Austin Powers character. Yeah, that too. Whew. Okay, thanks. Back into my cute hair. I need to get a haircut, or I need to cut my own hair. Which I'm totally fine cutting my own hair. I just need to cut it. What? You want to come here? Sequin leggings. Shiny bow platform shoes. Here, take my money. Ew, I just saw those. Hold on. These are horrifying. Look at the toe. It looks like, I think they're actually boots, but it looks like sandals with socks, and the toe is just like squished in. I don't like that. Not a fan. How do these look? Toe shoes freak you out? Me too. I don't like the toe shoes. How do these look? Yo, these are actually kind of cute. Okay. Well, he's not here. Oh yeah, I did get the rugs. That was the next step we got. So we're working on it. You met Machamp and Pokopia last night, and its toes are creepy. Yes, they are. I know exactly what you're talking about. They are creepy. They really are creepy. What's up, Ched? Oh my goodness. Yesterday, oh yeah, what else? What else do you have to say, Cheddar? Yesterday, after I finished like a work meeting, it was probably around like 3 p.m. my time. I typically work until 4 because I typically start work at like 7:30 or 8. I've been kind of streaming a little later recently, but usually that's what I do. And then if I stream later, I work later. That's just how it goes. But hello. Okay, Sahara. To help you decorate your home, which is also far. But point is, after my meeting at around 3 p.m., I took my little laptop outside and I laid outside and lived my best life with Cheddar for like 2 hours. It was great. And we just laid in the sun. Lemur time. Yeah, we have a like a thick yoga mat, and I brought that outside, and I actually want to purchase this as well. Thank you. And I want to purchase... Listen, I just want it all. It was great. It was so nice. I just like laid outside and stretched and did a little bit of work and loved my life. The rice patty wall. What's up? Eric dropped, he made eggs for breakfast this morning because he doesn't trust the hotel's breakfast food. Because the event they're having, they'd like have like continental breakfast, but it sounds like it was just like English muffins or something. So he made some eggs this morning and he dropped, we're out of silverware. And when I say out of silverware, it's in the dishwasher. I just have to run the dishwasher, but we don't run the dishwasher in the afternoons because I think it's like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. is peak hours for the electric company every single day. And so they charge us more money to run things during that time, which is a load of bull in my opinion, because like, it's just annoying and frustrating to me, but thank you. With that, oh, there's a creator in the PCG. Omanite. You painted your nails green and they are now stained yellow. Oh, fun. Wow, this is what happens when I try to type it in ahead of time and can't spell. Okay, well, we're not even gonna try at this point. You don't think you have that here, but you remember from when you lived with your parents using the washer and the dryer in the mornings to avoid that? Yeah. That's fair. Purchase successful. Oh, maybe I wasn't out of balls. Haha. Okay, let me put some money in a... Anyway. So he was eating his eggs. This is all to say, Eric was eating his eggs with chopsticks this morning. And he dropped, listen, we're getting there. It's very slow, but we are getting there. But Eric dropped a little piece of the yolk, and Cheddar wouldn't eat it. Isn't that crazy? Man. Yeah, listen, it's because we are out of the silverware. We have it in the dishwasher. I just have to run the dishwasher. And we just had, oh, I do want to donate to this one. 98,740. Okay, let me go get the money. Whee! Just use fingers, it's fine. But yeah, he was using chopsticks to eat his eggs, and he dropped some, and Cheddar, like, would not eat the yolk. He did not want anything to do with it, which is crazy. Like, you're a cat, dude. You're supposed to love eggs. I know. We have 65,000, so we'll pull out, beautiful. Man, we're just... I actually don't think that that's enough. There we go. Thank you for using this service. You're welcome. All right, let's go pay for this. We're working on it. We've almost got them. Our goal is 100,000 bells. Posture check. I actually do need that today. We did back day at the gym the other day. I think it was Monday? No, Monday we ran. Tuesday we did back day. So my back is like sore. I also, you make a good point. Let me get my water bottle. Look at you, making sure I take care of myself today, Fez. I do have water. Ooh. My ran over water bottle. Cheddar's inspecting it. Yep, it's just water. Oh, it's fine. It just has a handhold now. It's easier to hold. Okay, we reached our donation goal. Let us go. We're slowly working on this. I thought that was a pizza for half a second. I was like, ooh, pizza. It is not. It is a chair. And on that note, we will be heading back to start flattening our island. I'm ready to go home. What? Oh, Cheddar's got a lot to say today. How you doing, Cheese? How's your morning been, buddy boy? Oh, I finished a book last night. Kelsey's not in here this morning, but it was the book she recommended. It was very good. I enjoyed it. Oh. What was it? It was like Serpents and the Wings of the Night. Look at all this. I do want to get rid of all these trees. We got to start by digging up everything up here. Hold on. We got to start by eating some fruit. I'm only going to eat the peaches right now because I want to make sure I remember who's who. And I have a ton of peach trees, so. What was it about? It's, got a meeting, bye, have a good meeting. It's like I haven't read much, I would consider it like romantic-y fantasy. It was like fantasy with a romantic aspect for sure, which I don't read much of that. I'm much more like a high fantasy book reader. If I'm gonna read fantasy. But it's about like this girl who's a human and she was taken by like this vampire king, I guess, when she was a kid, like a young kid. Oops. And it's about, they do like this tournament. It's like, I'm trying to think what it would be akin to. It's almost Hunger Games-esque, except for they're not children. And they volunteer for this to get essentially like a boon from the vampire god. And I'm assuming like, you know, it goes into like what she wanted her boon to be, but while she's there, she ends up finding a person, or I guess a vampire, that she's romantically interested in. Thank you for lurking, Void. So kind of like Squid Games, kind of, but not like, but yes, yeah, it is because they die. Like when they lose, they die, and only one can win type of thing. Whoops. So yeah, I would say it is. It was very interesting, and there was like a huge twist in it that I was not expecting. And I'm pretty good about guessing things like that. Like I had an inkling that something was gonna happen. I just wasn't sure how it was gonna play out. So that I really liked about it. What did I like about it the most? I'm a huge fan of books that seem like, no, original, I guess, or have a unique. A lot of the fantasy books I've read recently have been different and unique, which I've liked. Like they're different than your typical fae books, which are all the same. or I'm not a fan of weak leads. Like, weak female leads is probably my biggest pet peeve in reading. And that happens a lot in like the romantasy. Okay, listen, I'm not being very literate right now, but when people are, ooh, we have so many flowers in here, we'll go plant them somewhere else. That was my biggest problem with, say, like, Fourth Wing, is the main character, she just frustrated me to no end, because she would be like, I'm so weak, my body can't do this, and then I don't know, it was too much complaining for me. I want a strong, confident female lead. And then my other issue is, say, like, with, this is gonna be controversial, but like with ACOTAR, she's too dependent. Hey, Cheddar, you can't eat the camera. She's too dependent on her male counterpart. Like, everything they do or every decision they make revolves around the man. And I just am like, make your own decisions, be your own person, make your own choices. You really don't need to rely on a man for everything. And the female lead in this book is very independent, which I like a lot. Okay. Stand by. I want to keep all of these for now. I might change it up later, but I'm just gonna pop them somewhere real quick. Where should I put you? So that's what I liked about it, is the female lead is very strong. I felt she was. And this is, who wrote this book? Carissa Broadbent wrote this book, and she wrote Daughter of No Worlds, which I read last year. And that also had a very strong female lead. So she's very good at doing the strong female leads, which I appreciate. What, babe? Okay, we're working on it. We gotta plant everything. Have I ever read Bonfire by Kristen Ritter? No, I have not. What's the general premise? Okay, let's do that. Put my cute hair back on and head back on up. This is a different area. I should stick with the same area, huh? But I will take all the book recommendations. My goal for reading this year is 50 books, and I think I'm sitting right at about, this might be my 11th or 12th, so I'm a little behind. It's the girl that plays Jessica Jones. She wrote it about a girl that goes back to her hometown and solves a 10-year case of a classmate that went poof in high school. Wait, that's cool. That's like, what was that book? A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Seems similar to that. Let's catch the fish that's in here before we destroy the pond. Shall we? Yeah, Chad? It's been a long time since you read it, but you loved the main characters in the last one too. All right, get that laundry. Stop running away from me, fish. Get that laundry started. Okay, I'll add it to my list. Now I have a very long list. Ooh, a betta fish. Oh, a Popeye goldfish. It looks so surprised. Just because you didn't like Katniss as an MC at Mockingjay, personally. You liked the Divergent. I loved Divergent when I was younger. I'm trying to think. I did really like... What book did I just read? Oh, I was like... I also, when I read The Hunger Games, I don't think the idea of an unreliable narrator was something I knew could exist. Like, that was definitely something I didn't realize was a thing. So, I bet if I were to reread them now with the knowledge that Katniss is an unreliable narrator, like, the book would make more sense and I would get more out of it. Because, yeah, I agree with that. I didn't like her that much as a main character as the series went on either. But I do think a lot of that was due to me not knowing, like when I made Eric read Mistborn a couple of months ago, I was like, just know, like when you read this, then unreliable narrator, you can read this book and not trust a word of what she says. Ooh, a Kangaskhan. Kangas Khan. What did I say? A Kangaskhan? Kangas Khan. Boop. Thank you for your service, my shovel. Hi, Portable Jeff. How are you doing today? This morning, this afternoon, this time zone? Get down. Thank you. We gotta drop some things off in my house and get a new shovel. Man, Pocopia has ruined me. I want to just, like, be way faster at all of this, and it's not happening. Okay. I've been powerfully drawn to sculpting. Oh. My guest tried to nibble on it. That would be you. You're a little nibbler. Yeah, Cheddar. Cheddar has a lot of opinions this morning, and I know it's because he hasn't eaten breakfast yet, but he got a late snack, so he should be fine. Like, he's just being dramatic. I will have you know. Let's put all these trees in storage and our rugs while we're out here. Rigged. This is me mentally preparing myself for the day. That's very fair. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Cheddar, say thank you. Nothing. Silence. Also, I don't know why I wasn't following already. That's fair, honestly. We'll put these in storage. And I think that's all. Okay, back to it. Poor Cheddar. Say, he's just a poor boy from a poor family. Waiting for his breakfast impatiently. That's what he's doing. Okay, back up we go. Man. I didn't get a shovel. Never mind. Back down we go. Please help, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm pretty sure me singing this to Cheddar is what caused this. What caused that entire debacle. Whoops. Because I just sing to Cheddar. I sing Bohemian Rhapsody to Cheddar all the time. Isn't that right, Cheese? Ooh, the outdoorsy shovel. Oh, I'm poor. I've been influenced. Yes, 100% it was. You started singing it to your dogs. As you should. I think I can make my own shovel. Who needs their shovels? Let's craft. Okay, we need to craft this. Let's do it. Deuce just always looks at you so sad, and you're like, I can't help you. You're a menace. Yeah, Cheddar's also a menace. Aren't you, Cheddar? Kettle bathtub. Like a bath for like me, or like a bath for soup? That's an interesting bathtub. Yeah, it looks like a bathtub for soup. Okay, we got our shovel back. Put one of the birds in there. I just want to see something. Yeah, somebody... Actually, maybe we'll do some tanuki soup. Tom Nook? You wanna... hop on in? What am I doing? I need to get up here. I was looking for this. Thank you. Back to getting our trees. And then we can flatten all of this. I kind of like the waterfall, but we can redo it later. Hey, 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 hey. Are you okay? There we go. Yeah, we can flatten all of this. Okay. Let's see. Do some construction work. What? He hates the kisses. Remember to wear a helmet during construction and work safely. Where is the black coffee today? Oh, don't you worry. She's right here in this mug. This Christmas mug I have. And it is indeed very black. Right, Cheddar? I was worried for a moment there. Oh no, don't you worry. I always have my coffee. Life cannot carry on without it. What am I doing? I would like to switch to the waterscaping. And do I have to cover this in? Yeah, probably, huh? Coffee really is the backbone of my universe. I understand it's not the backbone of everybody's universe, and I really do admire people who live their lives caffeine-free. I'm just not one of those people. Man. No! Ah, yes. No, stop. I miss Pokopia. You tried to quit caffeine when you worked in an office, and you can confirm it was the worst few weeks of your life. That's fair. Whoa, hell yeah, that was cool. Perfect. The worst few weeks of your life. I don't think I could give caffeine up. A couple of times a week, you do a caffeine detox at work. No, even when we were balling on a budget in our van in New Zealand, we still made sure we had coffee. Now, it was cheap coffee, but it was still coffee. Yeah. Oh, and it was great. So the thing about... All right, chill. The thing about the van, and I miss this. Well, it's not that bad now because we'll set our coffee every night so that it automatically is ready in the mornings when we wake up. But what we would do is we had a double burner like gas stove that we would use for all of our meals. And so we would set it up for dinner and make our dinner from it, and then we would keep it out overnight, and we would fill a pot with water, and we would have the pot with water ready to go because our coffee was always done through French press in New Zealand. And waking up in the morning to just leaning forward in the bed and turning on the coffee pot and then having fresh coffee just without having to get out of bed. Incredible. I loved it. The bonus is that the first time drinking Monster after your detox, it felt like you could bend spoons with your mind. That's fair. I mean, sometimes you just need to... You know how in anime you see the energy flowing out of their eyes? That was you with Excel. Just you and your spreadsheets. Bend spoons like Alakazam. Yeah, that's fair. That is always a great thing about taking a break from something. VLOOKUP attack. Hey, yo, whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I talking to you, Cheddar? He's so mad. He's so ready for his breakfast. He's so ready for breakfast. But we slept in today, Cheddar. Yeah, literally cheese. Feed me. The worst part in Pokopia, though, is when you run out of energy and you get the little hunger bubbles. I mean, did you see how I said that word? And his head whipped towards me. This cat knows English, I swear. Cheddar is a mood. I can't say it's the H word. We can't say it because he gets very excited and then he yells at me. Kind of like this. Wait till... Oh, yeah, you want to see a cheese... I actually don't know if he'll stretch right now because he's... We will do a cheese stretch. Hey, watch your tail. Uh-huh. People don't need your sass. Kittens are fun. Kittens are cute and fun. And... Yeah, that's not very polite. It's not very king-like of you, Cheddar, to show us your booty hole. It's actually rather rude. And they're so easy. Cheddar has never... Okay, I say never. Cheddar has never pooped outside of his litter box, with the exception of when he was really sick and physically could not help himself. But like I put him in his litter box one time as a baby kitten and he has known where it is ever since. Yeah, Kittens are easy. It's after they turn like 8 months old that they start to act up. Oh, your last cat is nearing its expiration date. Oh, you think having a kitten will help soften the blow? That's... Okay, bye. For mini portable, that makes sense. We've thought about getting Cheddar a kitten. The problem is he wants a kitten when we're both out of the house. But when we're both here, he does not want siblings. He wants to be an only cat. But we do trip a lot. We're working on getting him comfortable tripping with us. Is the new plan. You think it's nice to get cats in pairs, especially a bonded pair of siblings? Yeah, that's very fair. And if I could do it again, I would have gotten to the scary thing, right? With if we got two siblings, because Cheddar had two siblings, but he was the last adopted from his family because he was too small. He was the runt, if you can believe it. This big old cat was the runt. Hey. But my roommate also got a kitten around the time, so he grew up with her. The scary thing about siblings is with him specifically, his disease had like an essence of genetics. Like they have to be genetically predisposed to getting this FIP disease that he had. So his siblings, more likely than not, also were genetically like predisposed to it. And I cannot imagine having two cats going through what we went through with Cheddar at the same time. That would ruin me. Would be way too hard. Since 2000, you're down. Hold on. I can't read chat right now because Cheddar's in the way. Hey, come here. Come here, big boy. There's there you go. You're down two cats, a dog, and two grandparents, so she needs a break. Oh, that's so hard. Oh, how you doing? I can read. Hold on, let me, while I have you on my lap, type this in real quick. Okay, bye. All right, Cheddar. Back to it. This is so slow. Take me back to Pocopia where I can just roll through it all. He's coming back, don't you worry. Here he is. He has a lot to say today to everybody. I don't think I can flood this area, can I? It's not like... Or will it just not let me? Let's find out. I'm like traumatized from Pocopia. There's water above. Okay. Gotcha. It won't let me. We'll just get as close as we can. Yep. There we go. If I say nothing, can I by chance get some apples or peaches or both if possible? Oh, you need apples and peaches? Meow. Come here, Cheddar. Yeah, we can see how much time I have after I flatten this. I'm more than happy to share fruit with people. Oh, JK, we can't do that. I have all of the fruits. I'm more than happy. All right. This stream is why I rarely terraform my island. I've never done it before. Good fruit. But I am quickly learning that I don't think I like it. Hi, Chrissy. How was your stream this morning? How was it going? It's so slow. But we're just gonna yap and we're just gonna yap and break down walls. What else? What else can we do? Next time we'll go villager hunting because Bubbles left us. Woohoo! I love when my villagers leave me. Can we round this, please? Thank you. I know we can't cut it, but until I decide what I want to do with this, we can at least make it a little more soft. A little softer. A little stressful, but good. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa. This game gives a poor idea of what home ownership is like. Okay, this is actually very similar. When we first bought this house, all of 6 months ago, one of the very first things we had to do, because we're literally on the side of a mountain, right? And they actually, surprisingly enough, if it does snow a lot, which we didn't get a lot of snow this year, but if it does snow a lot, they will send a plow truck up here for us. So our first task, because we do not have a driveway, was to dig out. We have one spot that's already dug out into the side of the mountain that we're on. So Eric and our task was to dig out the other spot. So this is very similar to my experience of home ownership thus far, because I have done a lot of digging. Okay. Just like this. It was just like this. That story is why I rarely terraform your property. Yeah, we didn't have a choice because we have 3 vehicles and we needed, well, we had 2 when we moved here. Stop, bro. And we very quickly had to purchase a 3rd. I imagine you live in a tree house, so when you talked about lemur time earlier, I imagined the Ewok tree house and you're just on your yoga mat in the air. That's so funny. Nope. We have a lot of aspen trees around, but this is what our parking spot looks like. Just like this. I actually do think it's about time for Mr. Chedward to get his breakfast. So I am gonna run and do that really quickly. Because, watch. Cheddar, are you hungry? Are you hungry? He said, get me out of here. Yeah, he's hungry. All right, I'm gonna give Cheddar his breakfast. I will put on enrichment time for you all while I'm gone. I do have to run ads, so if you're in Agile, I do apologize. I hope you can still enjoy some enrichment time. I should be back soon-ish. Let's do this. Ooh, that was so abrupt. Can you see? There you go. Screaming cheese. He is a screaming cheese. Okay. I know, we're getting there. Have some music, have some enrichment. Be smart, find words. See you soon. All right, I'm back. Cheddar is eating. The happy, happy fed boy. One more E, we could have had erect. All right, good job, everybody. Hello, Helium. How are you doing? All right, we're back over here. Ooh, it's dark. There we go. Okay. Whee. That was your enrichment time for the day. I was so confused. Good job, everyone. Someone who didn't see the job. I have faith and trust in y'all. Hold on. What's happening here? Okay. I was so confused for a second because when I went to put a little extra coffee in my coffee mug just to heat it up, it's still like half full, but it needed to get heated up. Both of our cars were out front and I was so confused. Eric definitely took the Mustang to work, but we keep our 2 all-wheel drive cars out in the front and then the Mustang's up back behind the house Because again, no parking. And I don't know. I know it's March and that it's been so warm, but him driving that car any month other than, you need to see it. Actually, hold on. I can show you. She's a, what is it? It's a 2001. I gotta go to here. Stand by. Where is she? Where is she? We had to redo the fuel pump in this past summer. Give me the link. Here's the fuel. Yeah, it's not an old Mustang. She's a modded Mustang. She's a V10 swap. But here's when we had to redo the fuel pump in her. Yeah, my dad actually used to buy 66 Mustangs. And your heart. Yeah, I have not put anything. I've just helped him with it a bunch, getting it run again. So I think this was his car in college, and it was a V6, and the engine blew. So when it blew, he took his dad's old F-150 V10 farm truck and engine swapped it. So we spent a lot of time cutting out the hood. That was scary. You want to talk about stressful? It was me helping him cut the hood so that the engine, so that the hood fits over the engine. We bought a hood from another Mustang from a junkyard, put that on the car, cut a big hole, and then put cardboard, taped cardboard into the hole to make it smaller so it was just the outline. And then we traced that over the hood that we have on his actual hood. It was very stressful. It was very stressful. But it looks really good. And then we'll eventually put a scoop on it, but it has to be a homemade scoop as well. Shoop. But yeah, the fuel pump went out on his way to work last year. This is when we lived in Denver too, so it was far away, and I had to tow him in our 4Runner, which was the scariest thing I've ever done, because I'm towing this car with a 20-foot tow rope down. Thankfully, we didn't go on the highway with it. We just had to get him from the side of a road to a park that was nearby where we could do a little tweaking with it and get it to a place where we could drive it. Yeah, he loves that car. I am not as fond of it just because it has stranded him multiple times, whereas the 4Runner could never. Yeah, my dad always had 66 Mustangs when I was growing up, so I've always been a part of a Mustang family. I have pictures. Oh, we had a red one, and I wore a, what was it? It was my senior year of high school, my homecoming. I wore a black and red dress that matched the same color of the Mustang, and my dad actually let me drive it to homecoming that year, and I took pictures in it. It was a convertible. It was very cool. That was probably when I peaked, honestly. Got any spare around? I wish. He doesn't have any anymore. I know. I bet he'll get another one at some point. When he retires, he'll probably get another one just because he needs something to do. There we go. Well, this is going well. You missed the chance to get one super cheap. It was a delicious cream color. My dad always had red ones, and then he had one that was, I think the cream color you're talking about. It was like kind of no, it wasn't quite cream. It was more yellow than cream, but it was like a very light, pale yellow. But he always had red ones. Aside from that yellow one. No, you're welcome. I always welcome backseating. What any help would be greatly appreciated. As we're just sitting here. You will drive your V8 Jeep until it's dead in the ground. Don't want to be mansplaining the crossing. I appreciate the consideration, though. Yeah, that's kind of how we feel about our 4Runner. But try going vertical instead of horizontal. Hold on. Let me get... 4Runners are amazing. Yeah, ours is a Gen 2. No, the cliff could collapse, collapse, collapse. Oh, because it'll only take one swing. I see. Then skip the next row. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of these trees. Look at this. We're already making a lot of progress, though. Stand by. It's a stock Grand Cherokee. Yeah, but the Grand Cherokees are nice. Both of my sisters have, and my mom, they all have Cherokees, not Grand Cherokees. You're gonna start streaming in the afternoons, gonna do Sunhaven with Ramen and his girlfriend. Oh, song. How is Ramen? I popped into his stream a couple of days ago. That'll be fun. As long as it gets you around and it's comfortable, what more could you ask for? You wanted a Cherokee but couldn't find a good V6. Everything was turboed and you wanted it. Yeah, that's fair. I will say that's the one thing about the 4Runner is it's obviously a 4-cylinder, so she struggles up here. Ramen is silly. He was up making a Discord for someone at 3 a.m. instead of sleeping. He needs to research sleep schedules and their benefits. You were joking with a friend of yours who streams at night that she'll stream Oracle of Ages, you'll stream Oracle of Seasons, and you'll just play each other's VOD in the corner. That's pretty funny. You drove your Wrangler. If Eric's not a Jeep guy, he is a huge believer in their unreliability because we are big on the non-American cars because they are far more reliable, aka Toyotas. I also used to drive a Honda CR-V. It was before we say, oh, that's a mom car. It was actually my mother's car. Yes. So I know it's a mom car. But you drove a Wrangler for seven years. Your dad bought the Wrangler from you, so it's still going strong at 310k miles. Our 4Runner is at 286, I believe. Something around that. Haha, mom car. Yeah, no, it literally was my mom's car. I sold it when we moved to Alabama, because when we moved to Alabama, we had the 4Runner, which is technically Eric's car, but that was my car in Alabama. And then he also had I don't know how big of car people we are in this chat, but he also had a Volvo, an S60R, and we ended up, well, it came to Alabama with us. It was, he loved that car. Your dad, the MILF Mobile. Volvos are chef's kiss. And the R's are supposed to be something special from my understanding of it. But we sold it on, when we moved to New Zealand, we kept the 4Runner. But we sold the Volvo on, oh my gosh, what is the auction website? It's a car auction website. Oh, Bring a Trailer. Which was a lot of fun because it was like a whole ordeal, and we watched people bid on it and we listed it and we sold it for, I mean, people bid on it up to, I think, 10 grand. I put all my random knowledge points in Pokemon instead of car culture. That's fair. I only have random knowledge because of Eric. And he has lot of car knowledge. All of the car knowledge, actually. Ooh, we are full. Like home improvement, cars, Pokemon, Zelda, gardening, I got you, but not really. Literally me. Me too. We are the same. Your dad drives a Ford. What am I doing? Why did I think that that's what I was going to do here? I was like, ooh, a shovel. Need new outlets? I know enough electrician information to get you new outlets. Need a new, I'm trying to think of something. Need a new boiler? I now know how to install a boiler. Hi, John. How are you doing? Honorable mentions. Roller coasters and pop culture facts. I have the critter facts. Do you need a new water heater? Do not even ask me. Your family abroad doesn't understand why you don't buy a car or get a license in the UK. We're going to the UK next month and we're renting a car for part of it, but like, I totally get it. We're immediately dropping it off as soon as we can, and taking the trains instead because we don't want it. We don't need it. It doesn't sound fun. You're on your lunch? Nice. Ooh, I do not read Russian. I don't know what that says. I'm so sorry. I am going to delete it just because I'm not sure what it says. Again, I'm so sorry. You're okay. I just don't know what it says, and I, you know, just for the sake of things, I can't mod a language I don't know, if that makes sense. Thank you. We are going to... So I'm actually doing a European tour with my company. So we're visiting, I work for like a construction association. So we're visiting a lot of plants throughout Europe in general, but we end in Ireland. And so I'm extending my trip about a week, and Eric is flying out to come tag along. And so we'll start in Ireland, the Republic, not Northern. And I think we're going to spend 3 days. We will have a car in Ireland, and we're going to road trip all of the Republic. So we're going to go all the way down to Cork, and then we're going to go up to Galway. And then what we want to do is take the ferry from Dublin to Wales. And once we're in Wales, we want to hit the 2 national parks that are there. It's what, Snowdonia. We have tickets to the train there, and it's nice weather. So we think we're going to take the train up as far as we can go and then hike up to the top of that mountain and then hike back down. We got one-way tickets. And then we're going to go to a different national park that I can't remember the name of. It had a fun name, but I don't remember it. The next day. And then we're going to go to London, and we fly out of London. You spent about a week in Ireland last year. not the tree. How was it? We're excited. We've never really traveled. Okay, when I say we've never really traveled, I understand we did the van life thing in New Zealand, but we've never traveled out, like I've never been to Europe. Wales is lovely, you love it there. I'm very excited that we are spending so much time in Wales. Our thought process when we did this is because we're spending so little time in the UK, like in England, is that we'll probably go back to England. So our thought process was, let's knock out as much as we can in Ireland and Wales, so that we can more or less like check those off. You should go to the town with the longest name while you're there. Deal. We love little things like that, and we will film it all. I actually have to start. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's so interesting because there's something like that in New Zealand too. It's the, what is it? It's a different country. But there was also one with the long name and we went to them both. There's like a little tiny, it's its own independent country in New Zealand that we went to. Longest name in New Zealand. Oh, here, yeah. Here's the New Zealand name. We did go there. She can't mod what she can't read. I mean, I thought the Wales one was long. I mean, it is long. We also drove probably 45 minutes out of our way when we were in New Zealand to stop by a tree that looked like a T-Rex. Like we actually went out of our way to stop by this tree that was on the side of the road and like kind of looked like a T-Rex. So we will go out of our way for things. There's a Pineco in the PCG. Everything is full. I have so much in my pack. It's kind of crazy. Do I have... Okay. Just making sure nobody is messaging me at work. All right, let's go drop some stuff off. You spent a couple of days in Dublin. Then you're supposed to check out Cork, but your friend... Oh, no. But we ended up spending the day seeing the Irish healthcare system. I bet it's better than America's. I bet it's better than America's. She was fine ultimately. Oh, good. Good. That's the most important part. Overnight stay with all the tests was a €100 flat fee. That's crazy. Now, why would you even give me that option? I want to save all these trees because I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Yeah, that's crazy. We're looking at an Airbnb in Cork that was a castle. I think we missed our window. That's the one place we haven't booked our accommodation yet. We're big on unique stays. Like when we went to Yosemite, we stayed in an Airstream. When we went to Ouray for the ice climbing festival, we stayed in like a little tiny home. So we're big on staying in unique locations, but we're also very cheap. So, you know, it's a balance. You took a tour bus to Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland? Totally not, because I could catch a Stonejourner in Pokemon Go. We're not gonna make it up to Northern Ireland this trip. Frugal, not cheap. Yeah, frugal is probably the better word. And I will say that, like, that's probably our biggest regret about New Zealand is we were balling on a budget. We spent 10 months there, and between the two of us, like, I'll put it in perspective. We moved to Alabama because Eric got a really good job there, but it was a really dangerous job. For those who don't know, he's a mine engineer, so he literally yearns for the mines. Well, I guess he doesn't yearn. He gets mad at me whenever I say I yearn for the mines because he's like, you don't yearn for the mines. And I was like, oh, well. But we moved to Alabama because he got a really good job in a coal mine, but it was really dangerous. So we just kind of hunkered down and made a bunch of money and then spent 10 months living in a van, and I earn for the mines. That's really funny. I'm going to tell him that. That's going to be his new quote. That's really funny. Yo, how lucky. I don't yearn for the mines. I earn for the mines. Your Cork trip was busted. You made reservations at Clontarf Castle and stayed there for a few days. Cool. Lake District is lovely in the UK, and Conway has the smallest house in Wales. Interesting. Put it on his business card. Eric hard at work at the Skull Cavern mines to feed Chedward. Yep, pretty much. That's it. Let me out of here. Had to get rid of some things. We were getting a little too full. Back to it. This is crazy. We're spending 2 hours and we've only flattened. I mean, we flattened a lot, but we've only flattened that much. I need more fruit. Why do some of these trees just look... Okay, you know what? It'll tell me what tree you are. I just need to eat some fruit. I've been here for an hour and haven't made one Great British Bake Off reference. Did you like my bread? Eric sliced it all yesterday because I don't like slicing it because we slice it with a, like a electric meat cutter. That's our bread slicer. He got home and he was like, so I see you, hit the bread pretty hard. And I was like, yeah, I had to taste test every loaf and make sure that all of our loaves are in fact not poisoned. When did I get apples? Oh, I just got apples. I'm so dumb. I was like so confused by it too. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we made it so much because my sister's coming into town this weekend, and so we wanted to make sure we had enough to... Ooh, look at all the bubbles in the water. To last us the weekend with her and her boyfriend. She's actually the one I got my starter from. Red! Okay, I need y'all's help. I'm not an artist. An artiste. Why is it so dark in here, dude? I don't have money. The moving painting. Deal of the spring. Let me look closer. It's so dark. Okay, there we go. Here we go. It's fake. That was so fast. How? How can you tell? What's fake about it? I'm trying to learn here. Real has trees in the background. Crazy that Animal Crossing just has titties. You have your MFA in European art. Beautiful. Perfect. Here we go to the next one. JK, I have a page open. I was like, all right, I trust you. I believe it. All right, next one. Oh, y'all, this is me in the summertime. Put me in a little bit of swamp, surrounded by plants. Pure bliss. Pure bliss. That one's real? Okay. I have to get money. And once I get money, we will come back and buy it. But that's good to know that it's real. Perfect. It's extremely detailed. Okay, I'll come back. Beep beep. Thanks. Not the ... because I didn't buy anything. He's like, Okay, let's go get some money. And then we'll go buy it. Run, girl, run! Run, Forrest, run! What a great movie. Fun fact, my dad actually was asked to be an extra in Forrest Gump. Hi, Haley, how are you doing? How is your day going? And he turned it down because he thought it sounded like a stupid movie, and he said it's the biggest regret of his life. Do I have anything in here to sell? Yeah, I do. But it was a scene because he, you just heard a podcast on the making of it. Yeah, he said it's the biggest regret of his life. But they didn't tell him anything about it. It was the scene when they were in Washington, D.C., because my dad worked up in Northern Virginia. They don't live there anymore, but they used to. And they didn't get any information about it, just that they needed to be like an extra or in the crowd or do something or do this. And they were like, no, that sounds really like Forrest Gump. What? And yeah, it's the biggest regret of his life, he said. You're good. Just got home from school playing Animal Crossing while watching Animal Crossing. I love that. How fun. You used to work for a guy who was in Magic Mike and you didn't believe him until he showed you the actual clip of him being an extra in the crowd. We need you to stand behind Kennedy in this digital footage. I need to pull out some money. Oh, yep. 15 bells. How did you know? You've been on 3 reality shows? What a fun fact. Wait, maybe just 2? That's crazy. That's kind of fun. That's cool. What's up, cat? You haven't. It's your 2 truths and a lie winner. That's cool. I'm trying to think. I have a lot of random lore that I like to drop occasionally, but I don't think I have anything that's like that crazy. I used to randomly like drop lore about myself at my old job, and my manager was like, I feel like every day you say something and my entire vision of you as a person and your upbringing changes, because what was your life? And I was like, I don't know. I just did a lot of I do a lot of crazy things. You've been kidnapped, bitten by a tiger. Why is that all capitalized? I feel like And you've been arrested, not convicted. One of those is false. I'm bad at typing. You got a deal. Eric is also a, he has been not convicted, but he did have a felony charge. Grand Theft Auto, baby. That's a crazy story. I don't know if I should say that one on stream. It actually wasn't that crazy. The games made him do it. Eric lore drop. Yeah, it was when we were in college. And basically, he was a freshman, itty bitty freshman engineer. And well, he didn't ever get convicted. They just charged him for it because he hot-wired a golf cart. And they were like, we'll let you go if you tell me how you did it. And he was like, okay. And he did, and they were like, haha, sucker, arrested. But yeah, he just had to do community service, and they dropped it from his record. Mr. Small called and you missed most of the lore drop. Oh, Eric has a felony charge on his, but not conviction. Okay, he's not a convicted felon, y'all. He could still vote. But he does have a charge on there for hot wiring a golf cart. And you know what's crazy about that is my dad used to be, my dad was an undercover cop. He was a narc, like literally a narc. But when I started dating Eric, like, he brought it up. He was like, so tell me about this felony charge. And we were like, what? Small, I sent you a curse sketch you commissioned of Animal Crossing. Oh boy. A goat has appeared. A goat. Speaking of goats, oh, Cheddar is asleep on the bed. I want a goat so bad. The sun is like right at my eyes now. That's cool. We gotta do something about where the sun comes up. Mr. Small just called to ask if he has any suits or suit pants. Like, sir, you wore jeans at our wedding. No, you don't. That's really funny. No, you don't. Jeff just sent me cursed red art. Oh no. Oh no. Not the cursed red art. There you go. No! Doing that is my least favorite thing, because what do you mean I have to do it again? Alright, I'm going to a different area. Down we go. Next time Eric comes on stream, we're gonna tell him Cheddar told us you're a felon. Yeah, you can blame Cheddar. Cheddar doesn't. Cheddar's like, yeah, and? Why do you think Cheddar's such a hood cat? He was raised by those in the hood. He actually is kind of from the hood. He's from this small... He's in, like, one of the coldest places in Colorado. It's, like, this little town called Alamosa. And it gets a freezing cold there. And that's where Cheddar is technically from. He was a street kitten. Not that he knows the streets. like Meowmosa. Yes, my Animal Crossing island is the hood. As a matter of fact. This is crazy. We're just out here breaking down cliffs. Good thing we're wearing a hard hat. Whee! Yeah, Cheddar's asleep in the bed. What a bum. Okay. Let's keep going. No. I see. I see. I see. I figured it out. I know Jeff told me to do this like 30 minutes ago, but now I've figured out why. I understand the meaning behind it. You know what's crazy? Something that you don't think about, but the sounds in Animal Crossing right now, the like cicada sounds are making me think about it, is Colorado, because it's so dry, is very lacking in the amphibians. And so one thing I've noticed is you don't hear frogs at night. And that was like one of the saddest realizations I had moving out here, was not hearing frogs at night. I had to like really... I've never been somewhere where I couldn't hear critters at night. So that was an adjustment for me for sure. We just get bugs that scream all the time. Yeah, and it's like not very, we don't get that here. Whoops, my bad. Frogs too, but the bugs are louder. You know what I love? I love me a good toad. I love a good toad. A good Fowler's toad just sitting there nice and plump on the sidewalk. I love that. And then he sticks around the entire summer and he's basically your pet toad because he's in the same spot every single night. You know what I'm talking about? No! Get out of here. Lisa, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on into the Cheddar Cheese Club. Our little cheddar cheese is asleep on the bed right now, but I'll pull him before we wrap up. But thank you, thank you. Okay, we gotta do more. A new area. We need our daily cheese pool. Yeah, we'll let him snooze for a few more minutes and then I'll go grab him for a pull before we switch over to working, because I do gotta skedaddle into work here soon. But I would say we've made quite a bit of progress. I can't believe, okay, so you know how some weeks feel like they just drag so slow and they take forever and nothing ever happens and you're like, it should be Friday, but it's only Tuesday type of week? This week was one of the opposites. I feel like this week flew by. Like, what do you mean tomorrow's Friday? What do you mean tomorrow's Friday? I have so much space for activities. You know what's sad is I'm probably gonna end up putting things back up in the same spots that I'm already cutting all of this out of, so I just like kind of not pointless, but like, you know. I'm not doing all of that. I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, but let's get our little bamboo while we're over here. What am I doing? Where am I going? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Have you ever seen New Girl? Yeah, I have. I have indeed. Well. Rip to the bamboo. Bye, Void. Every time you hear Cotton Eye Joe, you think of Nick Miller. That's actually really funny. That makes sense. I think of Disco. I think she's in a meeting right now, but sometimes... Whoa! Whoa! Yo! Hold on. How do I get to you? Where are you? Where are you? I took her line dancing with me one time. Okay, we're gonna come over here. And then we're gonna come down here. And the only line dance... Where are you? Where are you? What a banger. Truly a banger. Where are you? And the only song she knew how to line dance to was Cotton Eye Joe. And I found that really funny. And then they did it differently because I feel like line dance places are always like that. They always have their own, like, no matter where you go, they always have their own, like, style. And stop, bro. Come here. Sheesh. She was upset that, oh, a boa skirt. Now that doesn't look like feathers or a snake. I don't know what other kind of boa there is, but... Back to work. Thank you for lurking. We're gonna switch over to co-working here pretty soon as well, because I also have to go to work. Butterflies, bees, look at all the bugs over here. How cursed was that art? Oh boy. Sorry to disturb you, ma'am. Boom. Have fun working your fake job until the real one starts after 5. Literally. Okay, so this is the orchard that I think we're gonna still rearrange. I hate this. I'd say 7. Could have been better, could have been worse. Oh, 7 is generous. Hi, Shrill. How you doing? Ah, yes. Let me just catch my house. Don't mind me out here. Lurking for now, but just wanted to say hello. Thank you for lurking. We'll switch over to co-working soon-ish if you're lurking. The sun is shining on me. It comes up in the literal worst spot. It's right, like I'm staring at it. But I'm also kind of like, ooh, the sun. But yeah, I like to like shift over so I'm out of the sun because I don't love being blinded, you know? The sun is shining, and so are all of you. That's a banger song. Even though that's the only part of the song I can remember off the top of my head right now is the sun is shining and so are you. Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello. All right, this is looking good. We have so much room for activities. So much room for activities. I like it. I gotta decide what I really want to do, but I like that she just rocks back and forth on her heels. I do that all the time. I do not hop with my heels clicked, I will say. I don't do that. I do not do that. Wow. And then I do want to move some of these houses eventually. Ooh, somebody's in their house. Are you a new bug? It's a praying mantis. Y'all, praying mantises are so cool. Everybody, relax. Clothesline time. Okay, have a good lurk. Get ready for the day. I'm sure I'll see you later. That is a beautiful bug. Oh, That is a beautiful bug. Did I get miles for breaking tools? Because that sounds, yep. Sounds like something I've done a lot of. Sounds like something I've done quite a bit of recently. There's a mask in the PCG. Give me a DIY recipe. Let's do it. So Haley, if you do exclamation point Poke start, you will be able to start catching Pokemon. Yay! You got a Charmander as your starter. How exciting. I guess so. Of course, I should have known. Okay. So fun. Yeah, it is a little fun, like... Pearl's house, she's so cute. Oh, she's a cutie. She's a cutie. Okay. Anybody home? Somebody's in here. So the goal for this island eventually is to have all cats. We do have somebody leaving. Oh my goodness, there's 2 of you in here. Kiki. Kiki's so cute. Here's a gift. Oh. Oops. Well, this is awkward. Have a peach smoothie. Yeah, have a peach smoothie. Please take my unfinished puzzle. Thanks. If there's one thing about me, it's that I love a good puzzle. Just saying hi. How are you doing? Kitty. Another friend is here today, too. Meow. Can I... Okay, well, Goodbye. She doesn't even have a DIY in her house. And off we go. Let's pick up these weeds, these pesky weeds while we're at it. Let me in. We're just doing our rounds. So Bubbles is leaving. There you are. Thanks for your advice. Kind of obvious, but I'm moving out. I owe you bunches. I do like Bubbles, but she's not a cat, so she's gotta go. Okay, bye. You know, that's how it goes. Okay. I do think we'll probably wrap up Animal Crossing and switch over to co-working so that I can start being productive for the day. But I feel like we did a pretty good job. We got a lot done. Let me go turn in this mantis to the museum real quick. And then I'll grab the cheese and we'll do our cheese pool before we swap over. Howdy. How may I assist you? Let me make a donation real quick. This is a beautiful bug. Give me some fun facts about this bug, please. What a wretched thing. Oh. Please tell me. Petal-shaped limbs give it the look of a flower. The masterful mimicry allows it to hide from predators. It lures other insects in to drink its nectar and makes a meal of them instead. That's so cool. Praying mantises are very, very fun insects. That's it. We done. Jolly good. Hut hut. Okay. Beautiful. Let's do this. Let's do this. I am done building for now. Cute. You're saving your praying mantis for Flick. You'd like him to model it for you? That's a great idea. They're beautiful. See you later.